We just saw Hacksaw Ridge, and on this show, I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it here in the car, and then we have a discussion. This review video is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video to find out what we thought without getting spoiled. And if you've already seen the movie or just want to see everything, including spoilers, check out our other video, Hacksaw Ridge Movie Discussion with Spoilers. This is a true story of a combat medic in World War II. Fights in Japan, stars Andrew Garfield. It's directed by Mel Gibson. I thought it was thoroughly entertaining. The story's interesting. The trailer does a good job of telling you what the premise of the story is. But I mean, essentially, he's against using guns, and they get into why in more detail in the movie. But he's against using guns, but he's willing to serve as a combat medic, and they give him a lot of trouble about that, but they eventually let him into the war, and he ends up becoming a hero, all of which is in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything there. It's really well done. We've seen a lot of long movies lately, and this one did not feel nearly as long as the other ones did. It was enjoyable to watch. It's, as you might expect, very violent, and I don't think it glorifies violence at all. I think it does a good job of showing you the horror of war without it becoming overly about the spectacle, but it is still like spectacular and amazing to see some of the stuff that they do in this movie. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it as long as you're not, super squeamish about violence and can sit still for 2.5 hours. That's about all I would say is a caveat for it. So, what'd you guys think?
I enjoyed the movie a lot. I didn't think, like, a war movie, it's gonna be okay. However, there have been so many that have failed, in my opinion, or haven't kept my attention over the past few years, so I was kind of hesitant going into it. The previews look really good. It gives you, of course, in a woman's point of view, a little bit more of a romance in the beginning, kind of fills you out, and then you get to see a little bit more of the medic side. It's interesting. It's not super graphic. It kind of like seems to put like a little, I don't know, like frosted cover over it a little bit. You know it's happening though. So if you're not looking for anything graphic or any gore, I wouldn't say gore, just a lot of blood or things like that, that probably wouldn't be a movie you'd be interested in. Yeah. The runtime, even though it's 2.5 hours, does not seem like it. It seems like it's an hour-and-a-half movie, if that. There's not really any lulls, so I would recommend going to see it in the theater.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed this too. A very same feelings and thoughts on this. It's kind of like the anti-Full Metal Jacket to me. It's like, whereas that was very depressing, this is a message of positivity, I think, in a lot of ways, and it has that split right down the middle of that when stuff gets real, you kind of didn't feel it coming.
Right.
Because of how almost lighthearted the first half of the movie is, to some degree. Everything is shot spectacularly well. Characters get flushed out so quickly. And there's even I was shocked to see the levity in the first half. Like I said, I highly recommend it.
I absolutely love this movie. Andrew Garfield did an amazing job. I loved how the movie made you care about these characters. You got to know them. It felt a lot like Full Metal Jacket to me in the way that it was shot. You get to know all the characters, and then you go to war. And that allowed you to really invest yourself in this movie, and which is great, because with true stories, you have the chance to either be a We Were Soldiers, or they can end up something like Unbroken, which was terrible. This one, luckily, was like We Were Soldiers. It was very well done, and not overly dramatic. It was just is what it is. Great movie. Definitely go see it in theaters. It is worth the price of admission.
Okay. So that's our review. Honestly, we'll get into more detail in the discussion version, but if you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com. Thanks for watching.